hear the bells going off.
Hello again, sports fans. We are graced once again with Brady Dentonburns' presence. We know school starts what, Monday? Next Monday?
Tuesday, because
Tuesday.
I'm MLK Day.
And Corey Smith is here as well. Nick Pierce back to school, back into the grind, I guess. So,
Yep.
well, you said last week you were ready to go.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Getting back.
I just finished up one of my winter classes today, so I'm ready.
Oh, yeah? Was that all remote?
Yeah, it was an English class, so like a lot of papers and stuff, so.
Very nice. All right, guys. Thanks to Brady, we did a little bit of exciting math. We're going to be able to, this is January 13th, 2026, week number 916 of Sports Chat. We're only 4 away from the combined total of Leave It to Beaver, MASH, and The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. How proud does that make you guys feel to be a part of it?
Razor thin. I mean, how close
4
that
more.
was. I mean, I thought we passed them, by miles.
Who we
but-
have passed by quite a bit. We're over 202 episodes ahead of Survivor. Survivor 714.
Well, they're
Brady.
having Survivor 50 coming up soon, so then.
What does that mean? 50 what?
Season 50 for Survivor.
50 years that show's been on?
Well, they do usually 2 episodes or 2 seasons in a year, so
thought
that's
so.
that's because that came out in 2000, I want to believe, or 2001 or something like that. There,
Okay,
so
I remember, I had some friends that they would watch every episode and every new tribe and, okay. So, I walked off with our banner sponsors page. I brought it back, but I left it in my car. So Sean, looks like he's got our back once again. He has the list of the banner sponsors.
all right.
What are banner sponsors, Corey?
What are banner sponsors?
Banner sponsors pay a monthly fee, very reasonable, and they have creative input to our programming in general and to our live programming as well. And we really appreciate their support. It helps us on a month-to-month basis keep serving the public, putting the eyes of transparency on municipal government, live sports events, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, the current banner sponsors are Adams County Community Foundation, the Adams County chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, Adams County Trout Unlimited, Classic Antique Innovations, Destination Gettysburg, Exchange Club of Hanover, Gettysburg Railway, and UPMC Life Changing Medicine. Thank you, banner sponsors. And yeah, we have other ways that you can help us reach out on the website, communitymedia.net, and you can be a part of our continued growth and progress. Enough blather from me. What's new with you guys? Back to school, right?
Yep.
And you said the bad news before we came on the air. You're going to have a show. You're going to have class at the same time as Sports Chat.
Yes, my Tuesday, Thursday got moved to Tuesday only as a 3-hour class, so I won't be able to, I'll have to watch the replays.
Your priorities are out of whack, young man. No, I'm kidding.
You can do a voice message,
True,
or
right?
something like that. There, so
Yeah,
there's
you could
always
be texting us while you're in class. Taking notes, you're
always
professor.
avenues there.
Yeah.
You want to start with the positivity with the shining
sure,
star?
Yeah,
or?
let's start with the shining stars. Okay, so, okay. I can do a little one here. Shining Stars local, we're going to have a local flavor to it, and Brady also has a local nominee. Mike Redding is someone I've known for a long time, and I was jogging down, up Baltimore Street the other day, and he parked his car and flagged me down, and he was a member of the 2001 Fairfield Boys basketball, which I hope I got this right. I think they made the Eastern Final, or did they make the whole state, whatever. They went very deep in the state tournament. I don't think they won it. It might have been second, so if I undersold them, I apologize. They are having their 25th, they're recognizing the 25th anniversary of that team on January 23rd. I was touched that it would invite me, and he said, well, you wrote a lot of the stories at the time in the Gettysburg Times, and anyway, I wanted to give them a shout out. In addition to Mike, I think Andy Weinbrenner was on that team. He's still the all-time leading scorer in boys scholastic, the local area. Tommy Dowd, downtown Tommy Dowd, he liked to shoot from the outside, and
So I got some information
Armstrong.
from that just by a couple
okay.
Google search right there. In 2001, reaching the PIAA Class 2A state finals in Hershey, the program first, despite losing to Scantley in the close championship game, 52-49, closing or
They made the
finishing.
state championship game. Wow.
Finishing 18 and 15 overall. The Knights' fairy tale season ended with a running-up, trophy, historic run there. So
So they lost in the state final. Wow, thank you for filling in you helped me, I did leave it open, and I might have undersold them, and I did. So, Brady, who you got?
I'll do keep it on the boys basketball. I'm going to shout out DeLone Catholic's boys basketball team. They are 13-0 and officially have the best start in school history. They also aren't keeping too many games close, with their closest win being 11 points. So just dominating their competition.
Meanwhile, usually they play second fiddle to the girls' team.
Yes.
The girls are still pretty good under their Hall of Fame coach, Jerry Eckenrode, but, Brandon Staub certainly has it going. I saw them play. They've got a really nice rotation. They got some glue guys coming off the bench, and hopefully they'll go a long way.
well, I'm going to go with the low-hanging fruit, and I wasn't sure where you guys were going to go with, but I'm going to go with Indiana Hoosiers, the Heisman winner, Fernando Mendoza. What everyone thought was going to be a close game with them in Oregon turned out to be
They had 50
a
points,
runaway.
didn't they? I mean, I listened to the call on the radio for Indiana. They were having a great time.
Yes, I mean, they were
I mean, and how can you not
Jubilation.
root for them?
absolutely, I mean, from where they were, just 3-4 seasons ago before Signetti got there, and now,
And the more you hear about Mendoza, the more you like the guy. He's so likable. He goes and studies pictures of his new teammates, so he feels right at home and makes them comfortable.
And I believe that they're the losing in a program in college football history. So the fact that they're playing for a national championship is awesome.
they were one of the last teams to get double digits. The other teams were like Iowa State and I'm blanking on the other one, but they
Never had a 10-win season.
never had a 10-win season there, so they got that. So just
They could
seeing
go 16-0, the first team to ever do that.
first team,
I think it said since like 1894
okay.
something
okay.
obscure there. So
Where they played high school teams, Army soldiers or whatever, I don't know.
I mean, just by looking at that, 5 touchdowns, only had 3 incomplete passes. So this season, there's 5 games where Mendoza has more touchdowns compared to incompletions. It's just crazy, but just the
And his
run that they
receivers,
were
we're talking
on.
about have to make catches in big games, so his receivers were making all the tough
Yeah.
grabs too, so it's not just him. So the portal has basically changed everything.
It's a
and
game
money.
changer, yes.
I mean, that's the uncomfortable thing about it.
And it's not just
Yeah,
Division
but,
1, Division 2, Division 3, I mean, it's all.
So I just heard that Georgia, their payroll was $33 million for their football team. That's a lot of dough.
Yeah.
Supposedly, yeah. I
Well,
hear so
yeah,
many
right,
numbers and all
right.
that there,
But
yeah.
did anybody else, did any of you guys hear any other figures being floated
I
around?
heard this upcoming year, Texas is looking to go 40. So
40 mil? Does Arch Manning still have eligibility?
yep,
Yep.
he'll be back.
He's going to be the Heisman favorite, more likely.
We had a good second half. I guess
Yeah,
he
great
couldn't
second
handle all
half.
the hype. He had a lot of hype, so,
So that's the positivity.
Well, I have one more. I went local and professional. I'll just go to the Chicago sports in general. They had a historic Saturday with the Bears' awesome comeback to beat the Packers. Caleb Williams made one of the best throws I've ever seen.
Was that in the final drive or the final touchdown throw? Or?
Big fourth down play, so
Okay.
to keep the season alive. And then the Bulls, Chicago Bulls beat the Mavericks. The Cubs signed Alex Bregman, and the Blackhawks beat the Predators. So just an all-around awesome day for the city of Chicago.
And the White Sox did nothing.
Hey, they got Murakami a
Well,
couple
yeah,
weeks
yeah,
ago.
I mean, on that Saturday they did
Yeah.
nothing on that there. But Jeff, I think I know where you're going with the hot seat, so I'm gonna let you take that olive branch.
Well, did anybody else get fired? Any coaches get fired? Oh, okay, so you mean the offensive coordinator for the Eagles?
That's where I was kind of
Yeah.
putting the olive
K-
branch to you.
P,
Yes.
Kevin Patullo.
Kitchen Patrol now.
Yeah.
From KP to KP, yeah.
Can't go any better.
Well, so, yeah, okay, so Kevin Patullo, it makes a spitting sound when you say his name. And the Eagles just egested him. So, I mean, he didn't just fail, he failed badly. Does a guy like that get another chance?
Probably so.
Probably like we were talking about earlier, a lower, could be like a tight ends coach, quarterbacks coach, whatever he specified in before. So
I mean, what do you think about A.J. Brown? I mean, is this the last that we see him, as an Eagle? I mean, there's a couple blow-ups.
Is
during
there a
the game.
line in Vegas on that? I mean.
I have not seen, but
There probably is.
somewhere.
Where he
Did you
gets.
say who Eagles do you, well, what, do you have any, I had no idea what it was about. I mean, yeah, A.J. Brown didn't make the play a couple times. That one ball, he kind of like wrapped around the guy, tried to make a low catch, and the other one, he should have caught that, but they were getting into it, and I mean, I guess from Sirianni, it's like the same old thing. It's about you, and not the team, and so, yeah, does he have to go? I'm afraid so. You want him to succeed, because he has
Yeah.
been great.
Yeah.
I think he's either going to get traded somewhere in the AFC. Maybe Baltimore,
New England roots. with
New
Mike Vrabel.
England, Kansas City. Kind of just seeing teams like that there. Maybe San Fran. Looking at wide receivers, it really depends on cap space, what teams needs, free agency. But I just don't see it clicking next year. It was going all throughout the season. It wasn't just, this blow up, during the sideline during this playoff game. It was,
Building. Well, last
building
year
and
it
building
started
and all
when he
that there.
was
Yes.
reading a book on
Yeah.
the sideline, and the book became a bestseller or something.
Yeah. I mean, that
Wants a
author
cut
loved
of
it.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you want to like the guy, and the coach says he loves him. They love each other. They have kind of a strange way of showing it. So I don't know who else on the Eagles needs to go.
I think right now, I mean, that's the talking point is probably,
A.J.
Brown. I
Is
mean, there's
Devontae
other.
Smith, the number one receiver. He's kind of he's on the diminutive side.
Yeah, that's something I'll be curious to see if they'll need to get
Draft.
someone else definitely to pair with him. I don't think he can be the number one on his own. He will definitely need.
Okay, so let's talk about the play calling in the Eagles' last game of the year. Shouldn't there have been more designed runs for Jalen Hurts? But like we said, every time they had a run, it got called back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you look at the whole record without Lane Johnson. That is
Yeah.
problematic.
Those
Over
Liz Frank injuries are
problematic there.
hit
and-
your feet.
So I think that's a
He'll be
big
back
thing.
for next year.
That most
This
people
could be
don't look.
career-ending for a guy like that. He's Hall of Fame now.
For sure.
How old is he? 33.
At least, yeah.
You look at a player like Lane Johnson, and then you look at on the flip side with the Niners getting Trent Williams back. That was a big
That's a
card
great
there
point. And
that no
yeah,
one
I
talks
said
about.
he's going to go because I know he is their Lane Johnson.
Yeah.
So that was a big help. And all their no-name guys. Who was the guy, DeMarcus Robinson? He looked like an old world. He had, 200 yards the whole season. He had and half as many yards in one game against the Eagles.
Yeah.
I mean,
They couldn't cover him for whatever
and then
reason.
Juwan Jennings with the
The
the wide
halfback
receiver
option.
pass there.
Yeah.
You know, then getting nailed and thrown at the last second to CMC, and then him
Great
just
catch,
lunging
yeah.
and catching. That
Yeah,
was just
his dad was a receiver in the NFL, so he's got great hands. But I mean, you got a weapon like that, and you're able to get him down the field and catch the ball, and then he had a touchdown after that. So I have a lot of respect for him. On the one hand, you think, can he really stay healthy? And I guess Barkley is the same way. Can they really stay healthy? But all right. So who else we got? Hot seat.
I'll keep it on the playoff trend. I'm going to go with Justin Herbert, the Chargers quarterback. He's now 0-3 in the playoffs and looked very underwhelming against New England. I mean, I understand he was under constant pressure, injured O-line and everything, but you still have 3 solid receivers and a solid run game, and you were only able to score 3 points while the defense got you 2 turnovers. I mean, a crucial 4th down after they got a gift of a turnover and they don't get any points out of it. It's starting to get to the point where when are we going to stop giving him this
kudos.
free pass. So
Do you think he looks like Brad Pitt? You
Uh,
ever thought about that?
I have not thought about that.
I never thought. Yeah,
I mean, maybe you can go into the movies.
yeah.
It's been done before.
I would say with the Chargers' run game, it was a little decline there because Amarian Hampton
Yeah.
wasn't playing. So you had Vidal, running a little bit there,
been a
but they're
solid
kind
back all
of
year.
strained with
But
Vidal.
Jim Harbaugh lost. Doesn't that make you sad?
Well,
Corey?
I took New England to win the game there, so I mean, I was, I didn't mind it, yeah. So,
Well, that's being very
but yeah,
diplomatic.
I mean, looking at the way that Herbert played during the game there, it just this is another failed season there for the Chargers, and you look at where he's at, and it's almost like he's the best quarterback that hasn't won a playoff game. You're looking at these quarterbacks that are coming in year 2, Drake May, Caleb Williams, Trevor
Nix.
Lawrence is in, Bo Nix. These quarterbacks are getting wins very rapidly quick. So it's just like, why all this noise with Herbert? It's, I think next year is a make or break. He's not going to leave the Chargers, but it's going to be a make or break for the viewing of how people, see Herbert there. Now, my hot seat is going to be basketball, and it's Chicago State. When I looked at the box score for this, they lost to Stonehill. Now, they were up 2 with 1/10 of a second with possession, and they lost. And they called a timeout. They had no timeouts, so they were charged a technical. Stonehill hits the 2 free throws, goes to overtime, and wins. By my definition, that is a hot seat as much as I ever saw. The Cougars, Chicago State is 2-15 in the season. So I
Couple of
just
quality wins.
yeah, that's. But I was.
I love the way your deep dives. I love it.
I try to go for those deep dive,
A timeout when they had none.
and you're winning with 1/10 of a second left in the game.
Just throw it off the guy's
Yeah,
foot.
let's talk about. Let's find a new way to lose.
Yeah.
That's
Because you always talk about finding ways to win games, and oh wow.
so that one I could not, escape there. There's a
Chicago State.
state,
I guess
so.
one Chicago team had a rough. Should have.
That was on Saturday too, so that was So that
Then
was
there's the University of Chicago. That's different. That's a real
Loyola,
brainy
Chicago.
school.
Yeah,
Not that there's anything wrong with that. But I don't know if they have basketball.
I don't believe so.
Here's you guys can help me out here live. Crossword puzzle. The clue was what is the mascot for MIT? is it engineers? It fit, but I don't know. I mean,
Well, I'm
you
gonna
could look it up. It's,
Google
'cause
that there.
I
What?
could certainly look it up on my phone. I try to solve them first, but that's, rather than look at the answers first, I'll try to Google something. It seems not quite as
It is,
cheatish.
it's Tim the Beaver.
Close enough.
It's a nice,
The Beavers.
nice Tim the Beaver, yes. It's
Tim the Beaver?
Yes. Well, that,
Oh, never, I can't, okay, let's change the subject.
that's,
Okay.
I think we got a phone caller.
Oh, yeah, we do. All right, let's go. Welcome to Sports Chat. Hello. Hello? Little Bobby? Huh? Yeah.
I have some updates for you.
What do you got?
Number one is, one of the head coaches have quit.
One of the head coaches
Quit.
Oh, Mike
quits.
Tomlin.
Yes.
Mike Tomlin.
Stepping
Yeah.
away.
Does that keep him out of the hot seat?
I guess by technicality.
Well, I mean, there's no criteria.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Because if he got fired, we say, yeah, Mike Tomlin. But
We could also say for that performance last night, they just
Yeah,
did
yeah.
not look
lacklustery, yeah.
we'll put him in there. We're going to pile on. Go ahead.
And who was the kicker for Green Bay Packers?
Brandon McManus.
Let's put him in the hot seat too, over here.
What did he do?
Well, he missed 7 points
Oh, the
there, yeah.
kicker. Oh.
I think he did a tremendous job.
Oh, yeah, because the Bears, huh? Brendan McManus. Oh, ouch. He
McNo.
missed an extra point and 2 field goals?
Yeah, he missed a field goal right before halftime to make it 24-3.
Yeah.
And then he missed a critical field goal and extra point in the fourth quarter there that kind of got the Bears' drive going about there, or their comeback.
Elliott missed an extra point, but that's not enough to get him in the hot seat. That was just well, let's move on from the Eagles. I have. They're dead to me. Dead. Go ahead.
Also, you have a new head coach, by the way.
Who?
Kevin, I can't pronounce the last name.
Patootie?
Fired.
What?
The OC, the
Yeah, we already covered that. Weren't you paying attention? Kevin Patullo, OC,
Fired.
OC for the Eagles. All right, but you know they didn't have to egg his house. That was a little extreme. That will go down in Philly fan lore with snowballs at Santa. Yeah, I don't know the guy, so you know anytime you lose your job, it's a sad thing. I mean, what are you looking for in an OC? You want to be creative, not predictable. That seems to be one of the number one criteria.
Yes.
yeah, I would agree, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So what do you think about the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers? You think he should be going too?
No, I
Wasn't he hurt a lot? I mean, he got banged up all year. Love.
No, I mean, I think he had, a good game. He had 4 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, no turnovers. It was more the play calling going about there, which, could lead to Matt LaFleur being let go. He's on his last year of his contract, which, the
He
Packers.
calls the plays, doesn't he? How many head coaches call their own plays?
Very few.
Yeah, not too many.
The 49ers guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think that was his last game.
What about the last game?
Is Matt LaFleur's last game?
Oh, should we put him on the hot seat? See if we can resurrect his career?
Yeah, I would say more LaFleur than with Jordan Love there. So what I was saying was, this is his last year of his contract, and usually the ownership there with the Packers, the president and such there, they don't like having a lame duck coach there. They like having extensions there. So I could see them parting ways with LaFleur and going away, which that would bring up the 10 coaches vacancies there. So
And he will coach again. He
Yes.
seems like he's a genuine. Harbaugh's already gotten big offers, right?
Correct. It's just a matter of what job he wants to go to and such there. So
I think that I was watching College Game Day, and Nick Saban said it best. The Packers went in the prevent, and when you use prevent, you go in the prevent defense, you prevent yourself from winning the game because you lose that aggressiveness that got you that big lead. I think that's exactly what happened with the Packers. So
yeah, they brought the Bears right back into the fray there.
Bears took what they were given.
yeah,
And I mean, the cardiac Bears, from what we have mentioned numerous times over the last couple weeks, a stat for them, they scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. You know, when they're trailing 10 or more points with 5 or fewer minutes left in the game, their record is 3-3. It's that's pretty good. With 6 games, the rest of the league is 3-159.
Wow.
So those 3 wins, that was the Jets, the Broncos, and I forget the other one offhand. I wrote it down. I forgot to put it on here. But it just shows you how rare that is and how the Bears have done it. It's almost like, they could be trailing by so much and they just work their magic there. But it would be nice to do it in a 4-quarter, flow of the game there. But
save you some stress too.
yeah, instead of walking back and forth and pacing back and forth.
Yeah, because I was already like thinking, oh, this is good. The Packers are going to win. The Eagles are going to win, and then we have to go to the Eagles. Would have to go to the Eagles. Would be home.
Yes.
They would have been home against Green Bay.
Correct.
Yes,
well,
sir.
The Packers will be playing Seattle, and then the Rams
Philly.
would have went to Philly
Okay.
again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's all moot. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, let's take a vote here. I want to go voting. Start with the Broncos against Bills.
Broncos Bills.
Oh, Jordan speaks Robert also. That's good to know. Okay. Broncos, Bills. Who likes the Broncos? Raise your hand.
I'm going to go with the Bills in this game. I think this is the second year in a row with the Bills and the Broncos playing each other, and it's really going to come down to the weapons with Josh Allen, and I think it's going to be more of the hands of Josh Allen. I'm going to take the Bills just slightly.
I agree with Corey. A very close game. I like the Bills. I just think that if I'm trusting a quarterback in the clutch between Bo Nix and Josh Allen, I'll take Josh Allen. Nothing against Bo Nix. He just hasn't proven it yet. He could prove me wrong this week, though. So
And the running game that Josh Allen brings and
With
they had
James
the 11
Cook and-
yards quarterback
Tush push.
sneak. Yeah.
Or the shove, or whatever you want
Yeah.
to call it. The
Yeah. I don't know. We'll work on that. The Bills, it should rhyme with Bills or, the Buffalo, the Bice, whatever. Okay, I'll work on it. So you like the Broncos, Robert, I take it. You think you're the only one that thinks they're going to win? Or do you think it's going to be the Bills?
I think they're going to win.
Okay. Well, you like to be a trend
contrarian,
breaker.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the next game?
The next game for
49ers, Seahawks.
Ooh, and anybody think the 49ers are going to win?
well, that's my one of my Super Bowl predictions. There, I had Bills
Okay.
Niners.
So Corey likes the 49ers.
It's just going to be interesting to see how they are without Kittle. Kittle is out for the season with a torn Achilles. We know how long that's going to be, but
It's a clean play.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they have played well without him. With Tungans, at tight end there. So,
They have that next man up mentality.
but they're dealt with so many injuries. With their defensive side and offensive. Do I see the Niners win that game? Probably not, but I'm sticking with my guns and going with my Super Bowl prediction there. So it's these teams have just played 2 weeks ago as well in Week 18, where
And the Seahawks held them to 3 points
Yeah, that
and
was going to be my
Yeah.
talking
10 yards or some meager total. I don't know. Wow. Go ahead, Brady.
The score, it was 13-3 in Seattle last time they played with George Kittle, and without George Kittle, I don't think this game will be close just because Seahawks are such a good defense and like their offense isn't the greatest, but it's still good. So
This is Sam Darnold.
Yeah, this will be
He can
his.
really show is he really at an elite level? You doubt it, Corey, but he hasn't really proven it in the past, winning big games in the playoffs.
this will be a big opportunity
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
A telltale sign, and especially playing the team the third time. We've seen this
Yeah.
with the Bears and the Packers. Just how does that match up? And I think it's going to be a close game. It could be a low-scoring game, but I think it's almost going to be like, 28, in like a 31-28 margin. It just depends if the Niners can go toe-to-toe with the Seattle's defense, which is very legit.
And maybe Shanahan has some other arrows in his quiver. The end-around pass was not exactly the Philly special, but it was right up there. You love that trickeration or whatever you call it.
If it's in the
Chicanery.
playbook, might as well throw it out there before the season's over.
Yeah, yeah. So you like 49ers, Brady, Seahawks. I'm going to go with Seahawks too, just because based on the seeding and are the 49ers finally going to run out of gas? They've been running, kind of hanging on with all the injuries. And, Robert, who do you like in that game? Seahawks, 49ers.
Well, I think the big home.
Jordan?
I'm going with the 49ers.
Niners.
You like, okay, it's an even split. All right. Next game.
That'll be Texans and the Patriots. So that'll be a 3:30 game on Sunday.
That's the first game, is 3:30. I can,
Yeah, 3:30.
on Sunday.
3:30,
And
yeah.
it was like 4 and 8 on Saturday, something like that?
Yeah, I think something like that.
3:30, okay. All right, Texas Pats. Man, the Pats seem like a complete team. They are tough on defense, and Drake May's an MVP caliber. He's getting a lot of discussion. Texas has a lot of obvious Achilles heels. C.J. Stroud has not played really well.
Especially not last time.
Yeah, so I think the Pats are going to be favored. They're playing at home, probably by 6 points or less, but what do you guys think? I'm going to say Pats.
I'm going to go with the Texans. I've had my doubts about the Patriots all season, and I was looking for them to prove me wrong against the Chargers, and the fact that that game was as close as it was for how bad the Chargers played on offense kind of scares me. And after watching that Texans defense last night, if their offense can't score, their defense will score 2 touchdowns. So I want the Patriots to prove to me that they're willing of going to the AFC Championship. So I'm
Good
going Texans.
analysis. I like that.
I'm going to go the opposite just slightly. I'm going to go with the Patriots just because I look at, is C.J. Stroud going to play the same type of game that he did with the Steelers? And I look at
Pressure.
the
pressure seems
just
to
kind of
get to
builds
them.
up there. So I look at, what team can, you have to cash in on the turnovers. We saw it last night with, the Texans getting 2 touchdowns off of turnovers, or takeaways, I should say. So it's just a matter of, can they withstand, the Texans defense? Can Drake May, if all this talk is, hey, he's the MVP or he should be the MVP, this is a game to see that happen. With the schedule the way it is, they had a last place schedule and that, or third place schedule, or they had a reasonable, favorable schedule. Now you're playing some tougher matchups, which this is by far one of the toughest matchups that they had. Throughout the
Especially,
season.
reason I lean Texans is because the Patriots allowed, I think it was 5 or 6 sacks and had 2 turnovers against the Chargers defense. Now you got the number 1 defense in the league coming to town. I want them to prove, like I said, the schedule, I need them to prove it to me.
It's more, I'm going with New England just because of what I saw with Stroud.
Yeah.
Because you can run they should have ran the ball a little bit more with Woody Marks there, and they had the lead, so they're able. But if they're trailing.
He had 112 yards rushing. So.
And then, Kurt had 144 yards receptions with
Charlie?
Christian, yes.
Christian.
But so, with that, that's where I kind of look as, can, CJ be that? And I just don't see that right now, and that's where I'm kind of leaning on New England.
Okay. Robert, who do you like, Texas or the Patriots?
Well, I'm looking at my crystal ball. It's not going to be easy for them. I'm going to say it's going to be Texas,
Texas?
hands down.
All right, I'll put that. Which, you don't get two quotes, hands down or not even close? I'll put hands down, all right.
That sounds better. I mean, if you're going, say it's a blowout, that hands
Yeah,
down is
hands
better.
down.
Yeah.
Like no touchdown, all right.
35-15.
All right.
35-15, wow.
Well, let's see, 35-13. All right, we got one game left, the Rams, right?
Rams-Bears.
Rams, Bears, at Chicago. What's the weather forecast?
It's supposed to be 10 degrees, and it's going to feel like below freezing with the wind.
That helps. Doesn't Stafford have a bad hand or something?
Correct.
Yeah.
There was rumblings about snow, but the snow is from 12 to 2 o'clock, at standard time frame there. So snow shouldn't be an issue, but you might get that lake effect from Lake Michigan there. But it's going to be frigidly cold is the weather.
I think that helps the Bears, don't you?
Yeah. I saw something interesting for the Rams. Sean McVay has been there, I think, since 2018, 2017, and he's played 15 playoff games against 15 different opponents. That's just kind of crazy to think about.
Which that will end after this game because, I mean, if the Bears would lose, they played Seattle in a playoff game. So this is kind of where the rubber meets the road, where the other opponents in the NFC is the Giants and the Commanders. That's the only other teams left that he has not played, and the Rams, of course. But I saw that stat too. I'm like, well, that's interesting. Where two of
Yeah.
them were.
And what's his record in those 15 games? Do they tell you?
12-3, 11-4, something like that.
Yeah,
Two
because
Super
he
Bowl
won
runs, so.
Well, he lost to New England.
Yeah, lost to New
Yeah,
England,
so,
but Super Bowl runs.
Still, he's not even 40 yet, is he?
He's
He might be
approaching. He's
40,
approaching. Yeah,
close.
I
What a
think he
great
is over
coach. I
40.
mean,
Yeah,
What a great career.
and he has the third longest tenure now because
Yeah.
with Harbaugh
He's
and
on a track
Mike
for the
Tomlin
Hall of
going.
Fame.
For sure.
So who do you guys like in that game?
I'm taking Chicago.
Oh, surprise.
I know that was-
All right.
I think it really depends on if they can stop Puka. If they don't stop Puka, this is the type of game where if it was in LA, I think the Rams win convincingly. With it being in Chicago and with the elements, and I know Stafford used to be a quarterback for the Lions, I look at the
Indoor.
well, when they're in Soldier
Yeah.
Field and
Yeah.
Lambeau, I think that's going to play a role, but it's just a matter of can the defense make stops and not play, magic 8 ball in the fourth quarter and come back from 2 scores. So I think they have to play close and get touchdowns instead of field goals in the first half. If that doesn't happen, I think the Rams win them. But I think it's like a 29-23 type of score, one score type of game. So I'm taking Bears slightly.
And the Rams are a team that likes to get big leads and then blow them, and the Bears are a team that
Do
likes to
that,
come
yeah.
back from those big leads. So I think this will be a very interesting game. I like the winner of this game to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion. But I'm going to have to go with the experience and Matt Stafford. And just the Rams, I feel like Stafford has that clutch factor that Caleb displayed last week, but we got to see him display it again. So close game, though.
Yeah, I mean, Puka, he's going to get some league MVP votes. That guy is, when you watch a game, if you don't know anything about football, you're like, this is the best guy on the field.
Just watch him, yeah.
And if you do know about football, you might come to the same conclusion.
Yeah.
So he's a man. And what round was he drafted in?
Fifth
Fifth
yeah.
round from BYU.
Wow, he's really become a beast before our eyes. I'm sure he was good in college, but it seems like his game must have grown, or he wouldn't have been
Definitely.
drafted in the 5th round. Mm-hmm. So okay, so Robert, who do you like? Rams, Bears.
Well, I'm actually looking forward to Broncos against Bears and the Super Bowl.
Okay, Robert's
Okay.
going to go with the Bears. So we'll even split. I'll go with the Rams. I like Sean McVay. He's and Stafford, Puka. So for all those reasons, we're going to split the vote. I'm going with the Rams. This has been fun. So we'll see how we do. Brady, you could be crowned as the
we still got
champion?
we still got one more game though. The
We do?
national championship game.
Oh. Well, won't we have another, the
Nope,
college?
yeah.
Okay, so Miami and Indiana. Anybody think Miami has a chance?
I mean, everyone has a chance there. but
Okay, well, who's your money on?
I'm thinking Indiana's going to win this game.
Okay.
You know, just the way that
Aren't you rooting
offensively
for them?
and
How can you not
defense-
root for Indiana?
I definitely agree. I think Indiana's going to win. I think it will be definitely a three-quarter game that Indiana pulls away in the fourth quarter. So I think it will be closer than people are expecting. But
Yeah.
I think the X factor in this game is going to be Fletcher. You know, just the way that he has been running the football, you know, throughout these playoff games against, Texas A&M, Ohio State, Ole Miss. That's been the focal point with the offense. Besides, Carson Beck there, can Fletcher, get critical first downs with his legs? It's going to be a big thing there. And the thing with Miami is they can't rely on field goals. They got to get touchdowns against this high-power offense with Indiana. Kind of go toe-to-toe with track meet game. And that's what Oregon couldn't do. So,
Robert, are you going to be the rebel? Are you going for Miami?
No.
Okay, well, it's a clean sweep. If Miami wins, we're all out of jobs. I guess nobody thought Miami had a chance. Some people said they shouldn't have even been in the field.
I think that's a muted talk now because,
Yeah.
that's Notre Dame and all that.
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
We should have been in over them, but
Or not, or even over James
Alabama,
Madison and
Yeah.
Tulane. Come on.
and then
Yo, yeah,
I want to ask you a question.
go ahead.
How did you like that game last week? I am not Corey. I am Robert.
for trivia there, yeah.
Yeah, we had you sniffed out. I just, I wanted you to keep the fans guessing, so it all worked out. All right, we have 2 minutes left. That's the fastest 2 minutes in sports. What do we got?
I guess we can cover with baseball there. I mean, we covered a little
Bregman.
bit with Bregman. Now the calling part is with Shaw and Horner. Where does that fall? Does with Bregman being there, does one of them get traded? It's
Well, Bregman should play third base. That's his best position.
yes.
You're paying him all that money, not to learn a new position, but to do what he does.
yeah, that's where I'm leaning towards that there. But it kind of brings up the conversation of now that we got this piece,
Right.
is someone
Like if
expendable
the
there?
Phillies signed Bo Bichette,
The rumors are, yeah.
he could play third base. Apparently he could play third, second, or short.
Yeah.
But, that means you get rid of Alec Boehm, and apparently he only has a year left. So who knows? JT, if you're a diehard Phillies fan, you probably want him to sign JT. I know I do, but we'll see.
And also, the Cubs made a trade with the Marlins, trading one of their high prospects guys, Owen Cassie, an outfielder, now with the Marlins, which that looks nice, with the Marlins with their rebuilding and retooling their team there, and the Cubs get Edward Cabrera, which I think that's great piece for their rotation. How they're building it with Matthew Boyd and going downwards. I think that's a great piece there, underrated trade.
Yeah, and, he's
Opens
got
the
a pretty
door.
good manager, too. He's had a proven track record, Craig
Opens the
Counsell.
door for Kyle Tucker now. I saw he's been in talks with the Mets, and it was somebody else earlier.
50 mil, I
Yeah.
read.
He's asking for a lot. Safe to say he won't be a Cub, though.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I think the Cubs talk is basically, zeroed out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Hey, Robert, tune in next week so we can see how you did on your picks, okay? I guess he's gone, okay. Jordan he speaks perfect, he's fluent Robert. He's getting really good. Any parting thoughts?
I got nothing.
Don't-
Yeah.
I was gonna say, don't say I got nothing. You always got something.
Well, we kind of covered it. It was
Okay.
right at the bottom of
Okay,
the.
no hidden agenda items, Brady?
I'll just say thank you for having me over winter break. I appreciate it. So
You have your Probably a lot of fans on TikTok or
Yeah,
whatever.
we're building a fan base.
All
So.
right, love it, love it. Okay. Thanks to our guys. They do a great job week in and week out, Sean and Jordan. And I'm Jeff Cook. We'll see you next Tuesday and every Tuesday here on Sports Chat. Stay tuned. Trivia in about 15 minutes. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back. Good night, everybody. Mahalo. Brady, it's been a pleasure. Okay, great. Well, save your seat. We'll have a star on it with your name on it, maybe. Beautiful. Love it.
Well, hello everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful start to the new year. I'm Laura with Community Media. Let's take a look at some local events that are happening this week. Dancing with the Local Stars is back in Gettysburg. The event takes place at the Majestic Theater on Thursday, January 16th at 7 p.m. 5 well-known local community members